in so many aspects of his life, damn near a billionaire. He said, the only reason that I'm successful is I'm faster than everybody else. By the time they have thought about an idea, taken it to a meeting, and started to move, I have already made 3 mistakes and found a faster way. So his bias on speed is fascinating. If you ever hang out with the guy, it's wild. I'll be like, can we schedule a meeting? He's like, I'm calling you right now. And so he just moves quicker. So in our companies, we implemented something called the 24-hour rule, which was this idea that if we want to win, we have to have a bias towards action. We have to decrease our time between thinking about a thing and doing the thing. And so most people say, well, I'll get back to you on that next week. Hate that line. That is where dreams and money goes to die. Instead, I say, can you get it to me tomorrow? If all we do different than our competitors is they take a week to do things and we get it done in a day, I don't have to be richer, smarter, or better. I'm just faster.
That's a really cool video. And I agree with her. 2 things. One is that I remember when I was just coming up in business and growing in business, and a lot of my Christian friends who were not in business, and even the ones who were trying to get into business would always say stuff like, I got to go pray about it first. And I remember the first businessman I met that was a very successful businessman, and he was a Christian. And he asked me a question. He said, why do you got to go and pray for it first, pray about it first? He said, aren't you already praying? Is your prayer life intact? Are you always in prayer to God about new opportunities and wisdom and so on and so forth? And my answer to him was, yes, I am. And he said, then this is an answer to those prayers. What do you have to think about? And ever since then, it's changed the way I've dealt with making my decisions. And then also, there's a book, you guys know about it, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. One of my favorite books. And it changed my life. And he said this, he said, you need to learn how to invest as fast as possible and as early as possible, because you're going to lose sometimes. He says, so you need to go broke early on in life. And I'm going to tell you, developing the skill to answer quickly, to take opportunities right away, has been one of the most rewarding exercises that I've done to get to that point. You can tell me what's going on, and I can ask a few questions, and I'm either in or I'm out. And then also this idea about I got to go see if I have peace about it first. That's an inaccurate description of what you mean. The Bible says, let peace be your umpire. That's the verse that people like to use. And I don't remember it verbatim, but I remember that. And an umpire calls a thing out or in. That's what an umpire does in a baseball game. It's pitched, it's hit, people run, and the umpire says it's out, it's in, it's safe. And so I don't have to go see if I have peace about it. I live in a constant state of peace, and that peace that's already in me on a regular basis, that state of peace that I live in a moment, as soon as the ball is thrown at me, the umpire that is peace that's already in me says, no, Joe, that's out. Don't do it. You guys get that? You don't got to go pray about it. You don't got to go see if you have peace about it. You should already be in a state of praying. Pray without ceasing. Pray always. Doesn't mean drop to your knees 24 hours a day, but living in a state of constant prayer and believing God for life to get better and to do better and financially. So when these opportunities come, I'm grateful to God. It's nothing I got to go pray about. And then let peace be my umpire. I don't got to go get the umpire. You don't have to go get the umpire in a baseball game. He's already there. And in every moment, he's watching closely to say if it's in or out. So I live in a constant state of peace. And so when opportunities come my way, the peace that's already present says, safe, it's in, we can do that, or no, don't do that. So I agree. And then back to the idea of Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, some of his dogma. I make decisions quickly. I'm in or I'm out. And every now and then you make the wrong decision. You're going to go through ups and downs. really what you're worried about is fear. That's why you want to have a meeting about the meeting, about the meeting, about the meeting. I can't stand that. And then once you get into the investment space for real, you got to be ready to pull the trigger, or somebody else is going to take that opportunity. One of the things I always say is, I am convinced that we all have the same or similar opportunities. The issue is you're not taking them, and somebody's getting to them before you do. So I am in complete agreement with this young lady. Her name is Cody Sanchez. I'm quick to make my decisions. You got to be on top of it. Trust God, do the thing, learn the thing. And I'll tell you something else my spiritual dad taught me, just on a side note. He says, I think I'm called to preach. I think I'm called to pastor. He never says pray about it. He says, go open up a church and see if it works. You'll know. You'll learn your lessons. Anyways, God bless. Talk to you guys later.